Hey, it's that little old lady on her porch. Anyone who is worried about last night's abrupt end, my son's apartment was flooded from the upstairs apartment, and he wanted me to go make sure everything was not a total disaster. Um, so that's why I suddenly announced emergency and left. If anyone was worried, I just got a very frustrating email as I checked my mail this morning. Uh, a clothing company is actually selling a T-shirt to commemorate Charlie Kirk's martyrdom, and it even includes the Bible verse, "Blessed are the persecuted." Sometimes I can't handle irony this early in the morning. I'm not doing this for clicks or likes or anything else. I'm kind of doing my porch thoughts live, which doesn't happen very often. Bedtime on the porch is something totally different if you don't know. Uh, it's me and a couple friends hanging out. We read our writing, we do weekly writing prompts and encourage other people to share. Um, and mostly hang out and act silly for an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. If too many people show up late, I feel guilty and go long. But it's dawn here in rural Missouri. Look at all that stuff lit up behind me. It can't actually be that color. It's got to be this. Yeah, it's just the sunrise. It is not actually orange here yet, I promise. It's just the light in the morning is very golden. Just enough fog to make things look a little different. I try very hard to not be what I complain about. I apparently have been deconstructing my evangelicalism for a very long time. And I admit that this current situation in our world scares me. And thank you for popping in, Mary, Benson, and Jonathan. I'm just hanging out on my porch before it gets over 90 degrees again in a bit. And decided to do some live thoughts in case anybody else was awake too early on a Sunday morning. In the end, we try to struggle for truth. We try to encourage each other. Wow, bedtime on the porch got 192 views. I'm surprised people watch it after. And it's just a whole bunch of goofing off on a little old lady's front porch, right? I'm glad when I can help anyone have a better day. I already took care of the horses and the chickens. I let the puppy dogs go potty. I looked at my fig tree and said, "No, Lisa, you should wait. They'll be better later." Hello, Envy gal. Is that Envy from Nevada? You know, there's a place in Missouri spelled the same way, and they call it Nevada. Now, I'm not originally from Missouri. Um, it's interesting to me though when things get very different pronunciations. Like Kansas and Arkansas aren't that far apart, but they call it Arkansas. I don't know. I don't know why. Of course, some of the people in some parts of Missouri call it Missouri. I guess Missouri. I don't know. That sounded like a cranky cat. Huh. But anyhow, I'm just saying good morning. This isn't how I normally do my morning porch thoughts. If anyone wants to say anything back before I say bye-bye, everybody, and decide this wasn't the best idea. But anyhow, it's another day in the heartland. And I'm this little tiny blue dot in a very red spot part of the world. And I'm kind of by myself most of the time. I got critters. In fact, herself, the elf. Hello. Hi, Tabby Wabby. Oh, look at you go. Your burnt paws are so much better. What a good baby. You're such a good girl. Yes. Yes, you are a good baby. Hi. Now, Tabby Wabby, last winter, before a really bad snowstorm, my Great Pyrenees found her. She still doesn't appreciate that part, by the way. She has not forgiven the dog for being a dog yet. She doesn't like the other cats either. But she's kind of a bit of a Velcro kitty. Hi, baby. And that, for some reason, makes me like all the more won over by her cranky highness. She bites. She bites a lot, actually. But she also purrs louder and faster than the other cats. And she talks more than the other cats. And she's looking at my buddy way out there, that black and white dot, that's Lombok. And Lombok is an island in Indonesia, but I didn't name him. I might be a crazy person because, see, what happened with Lombok is Lombok somehow opened my phone, unlocked it, and sent a message. I have this thing where sometimes I talk to scammers just because I figure it keeps them from scamming someone else. And he happened to open up this chat with somebody who was offering me, a FedEx delivery of lots and lots of cash, which we all know doesn't happen. And he sent in that messaging, Lombok has entered the chat. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how you did this, but if it's that important to you, I will not name you Jasper Alexander. And you are now Lombok Jasper Alexander because, cats always have more than one name. Just ask T.S. Eliot. But I've gone way over my normal time, and none of you are talking back to me. So I will just wish everyone a good day. Keep fighting the good fight, as in absolutely peaceful and encouraging to everyone else who's struggling. But have a great day and a great week, and I'll do a normal Porch Thoughts tomorrow. Bye-bye.